32-year-old Jake Haro was sentenced to 25 years to life today in Riverside County Superior Court for the murder of the baby, Emmanuel Haro. The baby's mother, Rebecca, first reported Emmanuel missing on August 14th. She said a man attacked her, knocked her out, and that when she came to, Emmanuel was gone. Police reportedly found inconsistency in her story almost immediately and confronted her about it. Rebecca and Jake Haro were arrested 1 week later. Baby Emmanuel is presumed dead. His body has never been found. Rebecca Haro has pleaded not guilty to murder charges and maintains her innocence. Joining us now is NewsNation legal contributor and Law and Crime Network host Jesse Weber, and also joining us is Kim DeGonia. She's the former assistant district attorney for Riverside County, California. Jesse, first of all, I can't believe he's only getting 25 years. We're talking about a 7-month-old baby. This is a man with a history of previously beating up another baby of his.
So, first of all, he should have been sentenced at the time, back in 2023, to 6 years in prison. The judge, I can't even explain why the judge didn't, go the other way, but I will say, put that to the side. 31 years. So they actually today added 6 years to the 25. So the minimum he's away is 31. I don't think there's a chance he's going to be, getting out in 31 years. But I will tell you, this is a horrible situation that could have been prevented. And by the way, authorities have said that this was a result of prolonged child abuse.
This wasn't a one-time event.
And the question becomes, him pleading guilty, what does that say about Rebecca Haro? Will he testify against her? Will he provide more information? I am not confident, when it was first announced that he pled guilty, that he may then tell authorities where the body is. We still don't know where Emmanuel's body is, and that's a concern.
Yeah, Kim, what do we know about the police investigation? We know that they searched fields. We have video, actually, of Jake Haro walking with police in a field, presumably looking for the baby's body. Do we have any idea what happened to this baby and why one parent has pled guilty and the other parent has pled not guilty?
No, Elizabeth, that's what's probably the most frustrating about this case. We have no idea what's happened to this baby boy. We know that he, being Jake Haro, has taken law enforcement from day one on this complete wild goose chase, never intending to tell us the truth where baby Emmanuel's body is. He did that from day one going into custody. And his counterpart, Jake's wife, did the same thing when making the report about this baby going missing. It was complete wild goose chase. There was no truth to it whatsoever. Both Jake and his wife have done nothing other than tried to lead us away from what the truth is and where this baby's body is. And I think him pleading guilty to these charges so early on in such the beginning stages of these proceedings tells the world he knows how heinous this crime really is, and he's afraid of what we're going to find if we were to find what the prolonged injuries and abuse really are to that baby.
Kim, do you think it's possible that it was, in fact, just him who killed the baby, and that's why he pled guilty, and that Rebecca had nothing to do with it?
Is it possible? Maybe, but why would Rebecca make up this entire story and go along with it, telling
to cover for her husband? Some women do crazy things sometimes for the men they think they love.
Well, that is true. And maybe that's what she's doing, and we would hope to God that she would come forward and tell the truth as to what really happened to baby Emmanuel. But it seems as though she knows more than she's telling us, and she knew something long before, we had come to the conclusion that his body was never going to be found because she made up this story. So I believe she took part in it and helped him cover it up, and that's what it seems from the evidence.
What is her defense, Jesse, going to be? I don't understand, given the fact that she did lie elaborately on the day that she reported the baby missing, told this elaborate lie being hit in the head and these people coming up behind her. It was very reminiscent of the Susan Smith scenario. You went on TV, said, please bring my baby back. That was all a lie.
Well, that's what authorities say. They say that all of her stories were inconsistent. Look, there's a lot we don't know about this case.
Well, unless it was Jake Haro banging her on the head and taking the baby. It just doesn't make any sense.
Here's the problem. When you have a no-body case, you can still prosecute somebody. It may be more difficult to get a prosecution, but with him pleading guilty and with evidence where they say they have an idea of what happened, it's not looking good for her.
Kim, are they continuing to search for the baby, the police?
My understanding is yes, they will continue to search for his body. From my understanding is what we think happened, which is he's in waste management somewhere. It's not likely his body ever will be found at this point in time. It's been far too long.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.